Let me tell you guys, Jay-Z, Mistress, she's speaking out again. Yes. And she is telling us about Cathy Wright, Blue Cantrell. Did y'all know? He got so many mistresses. And these are some of the people that people know about. But let's not forget, it's so many that are behind the scenes that is not speaking. But honey, once they get Jay-Z in jail and they know it's safe to talk, they say it's gonna be so many women. It might be even men that's gonna speak out about this, okay? Yeah, they said they are still scared of Jay-Z. Okay, they said you thought Diddy was something. Jay-Z is worse and got more people out here that he have done you know what to. So I want you guys to watch this video. I think you guys will find it very entertaining. Not very entertaining. It's going to be entertaining, but very interesting too. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe here at the Message Sweet Spot. You guys know I'm a reaction channel. So let's watch, okay?
There were so many things that happened that no one was aware of. You know, phones being snatched, calls being made, texts going back and forth between people.
At one point, you were pregnant by Jay?
Yes, I had a miscarriage.
Okay, this is before the whole
This was like
okay.
Before all of that.
How far?
You took an unprecedented stand to fight for this marriage. I mean, to fight for it and to put it all out there. What is it about this marriage that's so special that you would fight this hard to save it?
Well, it's my soulmate. It's the person I love.
Very young, and it kind of forced me to mature.
Despite everything, Beyonce's relationship with her dad seemed strong. On her first solo album, she wrote a song called Daddy with lyrics stating that she hopes to find a husband like her dad.
And that foundation is so important. Just to have someone someone that is honest.
Honest?
This was a couple years before Jay-Z was caught cheating.
Remember the singer Blue Cantrell?
While he was steaming out in the team, just
2014, Blue was placed in custody after being seen running in the streets, claiming to have been poisoned.
Allegedly, Miss Cathy Wright had a secret relationship with Jay-Z before he began dating Beyonce and after.
Jay-Z's ex, Carmen Bryan, is speaking out and dropping bombshells about how Jay has allegedly silenced his many mistresses over the years. We're talking about women like Blue Cantrell, Cathy Wright, Rachel Roy, the list goes on. And turns out, Jay apparently used his power, money, and connections to shut these women down when they tried to speak out. But here's where it gets dark. The recent legal drama surrounding Jay-Z has triggered a wave of people from his past to start coming forward and spilling all kinds of tea. And while Jay-Z will probably manage to get that Jane Doe case thrown out, the floodgates have opened, and that case is now bringing all of Jay's skeletons out of the closet. And now Jay-Z's ex, Carmen, who was actually pregnant with Jay's child at one point, is talking about the lengths Jay allegedly went to keep his secrets buried. From paying women off to threatening them, or worse. It sounds like there's a whole lot more going on behind the scenes than we ever imagined. So who are the women Jay-Z allegedly silenced before they could speak out? Did he really go as far as making some of these women disappear forever? Stick around, because we're about to break it all down.
You told Jay that you were pregnant. What was his reaction?
I told him after.
Oh, you told him after? Scared. Okay, so he didn't even know.
No, I
Okay.
told him after the fact.
The cheating rumors surrounding Jay-Z have been around for years, and allegedly, Jay's been stepping out on Beyonce since the moment they got together. Jay himself admitted to cheating on his album, 444, where he rapped about his infidelity, the pain it caused, and how he's been working to fix things with Beyonce. However, he later flipped the script, gaslighting the public by turning it into this whole fight for the family narrative.
And you can be in love with someone. You can love someone and and if you haven't experienced love and you don't understand it and you don't have the tools to move forward, then you're gonna have complications, period. And if you can either address it or you could pretend until it blows up at some point. And, you know, for us, we chose to fight for our love, for our family, to give our kids a different outcome. You see, to break that cycle. For Black men and women, to see a different outcome. Like you were saying, it's not this celebrity couple. We were never a celebrity couple. We were a couple who just happened to be celebrities.
And when asked if the outcome would be the same if Beyonce had cheated on him, Jay-Z said he hoped he would be as strong as his wife, who took him back.
That's a level of strength really on both sides. I mean, if the shoe had been on the other foot, if the transgressions had been on her side, do you think you would be able to be as forgiving of her as she was of you?
I hope. Again, because I love her the same way. No matter what side, I love her the same way. I pray that I will, because her strength and her, man, this is the strongest woman I know. Like, her and my mother, they battling and one.
But let's be real. We all know full well that someone as prideful and ego-driven as Jay-Z would never stay with Beyonce if she publicly admitted to cheating with multiple men. Meanwhile, Beyonce's fans were getting sick of this narrative Jay-Z was pushing that women who stay with cheating husbands are somehow strong. And around the time Lemonade dropped, the Beehive was straight up begging Beyonce to dump Jay. But Beyonce decided to stick it out. And now most people think this is because the Carters' marriage is more of a business deal at this point. But still, it's kind of ironic how Beyonce kept putting out songs about the other woman, almost like she's trying to convince everyone that Jay-Z's so irresistible that she's constantly fighting off other women.
I like to thank my beautiful husband.
So let's talk about these other women. How many were there really? And are these disturbing rumors true that Jay-Z silenced some of these women for good? All right, let's start with Blue Cantrell, the woman Jay-Z allegedly named his firstborn child after. Blue started her career in the late 90s, doing background vocals for some big names in the industry, including Jay-Z's friend, Diddy. Her talent eventually caught the eye of L.A. Reid, who signed her to a record deal after hearing her perform one of her original songs.
I took my mom and my family, and we went to the studio, and I sang, and they signed me. And like 2 weeks later, I had a record deal. He didn't believe I could sing the way I sang. He heard a song I did and called Till I'm Gone. That was on the first album. And he didn't believe it was me, so he said, sing it live. I sang it live, and he signed me,
In 2001, Blue dropped her debut album, So Blue, and it was a huge hit, earning her 2 Grammy nominations. However, around this time, Blue allegedly got close to Jay-Z, who had just started dating Beyonce. At this point, Beyonce was beginning to focus on her solo career, and in 2003, right when Blue dropped her second album, Bittersweet, Beyonce released her debut album, Dangerously in Love. And allegedly, Beyonce not only felt threatened by Blue's growing success, but also thought there might be something more going on between Blue and Jay. Now, Blue later denied any romantic involvement with Jay. However, when Wendy Williams asked her about it in an interview, she just laughed awkwardly and said she couldn't really answer that.
Have you ever kissed Jay-Z romantically?
No. No, I can't answer that. I can't answer that.
Oh, she's touching him up the neck. Look! You see?
Why do people not want to let the Jay-Z Blue Cantrell thing go?
And Wendy, being Wendy, suggested that Jay-Z probably picked Beyonce over Blue because Blue wasn't young enough for him and wanted someone more naive who'd be easier to control.
Man's Steph's talking about if you been. See, you have to hook up with somebody in the business who understands.
I mean, you have to hook up with somebody. I do understand what you're saying. It's hard to find someone who's a regular guy, works a regular job, and can understand what you do. Because they'll be like, what are you doing? You're in the studio. Why can't you come home? It is easier to relate to men who are in the business. But I find myself as like, it's just redundant. Like they're in this circle that it's fast women, fast money. And it's just like, I can't live that lifestyle because some of my best friends are guys who are in the business, who are successful. And I see what they do on a day-to-day basis because I hang out with them. I kick it. Most of my friends are guys in this business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And not guys that I sleep because you know what? I respect what they do in their hustle and I try to learn what I can from them. Women are a tad weak sometimes. We're looking for a score. We're looking for a man to take care of us. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm looking for more money in my bank account.
Right. So I'm sorry for talking in those terms because you know what? I am used to talking to other female artists who perhaps don't have that same idea.
You know what? And I don't knock it because my mother did it.
Have you ever kissed Jay-Z romantically?
No. No, I can't answer that. I can't answer that.
Oh, she's touching him up the neck. Look! You see?
Why do people not want to let the Jay-Z Blue Cantrell thing go?
Because, honey, that was a fabulous little high point in your career.
Beyonce and Jay-Z, that's fabulous.
Yeah, but That was good. That was good. It was hot.
People just love that. I mean, we hung out one time and it was made press,
You want to know why I said on the radio that I didn't think it would last, though?
What, me and him?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're above 25.
Why? He needs somebody younger than that?
At the end of the day, yeah.
Why did you say that?
Because I think at the end of the day, a younger, less savvy to the ways of the world broad.
Somebody a little bit more naive.
And then things got even messier when Beyonce and Jay-Z dropped the music video for their 2003 collab, Bonnie and Clyde. Blue Cantrell called them out publicly, saying the video looked way too similar to the promo for her own song, Roundup, which had come out earlier. But the drama didn't stop there. In November 2002, Blue dropped a song with Sean Paul called Breathe. Then, just a few months later, Beyonce released her hit, Baby Boy, featuring, Sean Paul. And on Baby Boy, Beyonce sings the line, "Let me breathe," which could be a coincidence. But then again, Blue didn't seem to think so.
I was a fan of Sean Paul's Give Me the Light, and I said, let's get this guy on the album before he really blows up, and everyone else is going to want him on their song. And we got him first, and, he just like I said, he's just major.
But Blue wasn't done yet. She also threw out a warning to Beyonce in an interview saying, maybe she's trying to do it to get press, but I want to make her understand if she goes there with me, it's the wrong move. She needs to understand what she's doing and what she's getting into. And when asked why she thought Beyonce might be coming at her, Blue had an interesting response. If she is being negative, she doesn't need to be, Blue said, because she's a beautiful girl. But if you have issues with your man, address it with the guy. Don't take it out on the girl. But fast forward to 2014, and things took a really dark turn in this love triangle drama. In September 2014, Blue was found walking the streets of Santa Monica at 2 a.m., screaming that someone had poisoned her with gas. According to TMZ, the episode went on long enough that someone called police, and Blue was taken to a nearby hospital for a medical evaluation. After that incident, Blue was dropped from her label, and since then, no one in the music industry has been willing to work with her. Back in 2013, Blue claimed she was working on her third studio album independently, but it still hasn't been released. And ever since then, she's pretty much vanished from the public eye. So could Jay-Z and Beyonce have played a part in Blue's sudden fall-off? Well, a lot of fans and even some industry insiders seem to think so. Of course, one of them is Jay-Z's former background singer, Jaguar Wright, who recently fueled this theory and pointed out that people who were seen as a threat to Jay and Beyonce had their careers destroyed or met tragic fates. Jaguar even mentioned former Def Jam artist Eric Sermon, who allegedly jumped out of a third-story window in September 2001, right around the time Jay-Z dropped The Blueprint.
Yeah, they said Eric jumped. I don't think he jumped. I think he had help.
But Jaguar didn't stop there. In that same interview, she called out to Blue Cantrell, begging her to speak up and share everything she went through with Jay-Z.
Blue. The first Blue. Not they daughter Blue. Blue Cantrell. You were singing, boo. And you made a choice to work with someone, and you probably didn't realize how nefarious he was when you got involved with him. I didn't. Blue, it's time to talk. Jay-Z worked very hard to erase you and me, just like he did Elle, just like he did his relationship with R. Kelly, just like he did his relationship with Aaliyah.
But Jaguar wasn't finished yet. She recently dropped even more bombshell allegations, alleging that Blue's alleged poisoning could be connected to the suspicious death of Jay-Z's other rumored mistress, Cathy White. Jaguar also claimed that Jay's friend Diddy knows exactly what happened to Cathy, and she hinted that he might have been involved in a string of poisonings.
What do you predict will happen next in the future? You know, it's like you see it before it happens.
Cathy White's true killer is going to be unveiled. And it's not a man. And that woman died screaming.
Anything else?
Yeah. Show him the tape, Diddy. You got it.
Oh, man.
That might buy you a little time. You should probably stop looking for plastic surgeons. Looking for a new life, new face. We're gonna hang you high. Jay-Z too. Beyonce too. And we're gonna round up all the See, I love a good gay man. I just can't say.
Now let's get into what happened to Cathy White. In early September 2011, a handful of local news outlets and celebrity blogs reported the death of a young woman named Cathy Coriana White, who was described as Jay-Z's alleged mistress. One article published on Hot 107 mentioned how Cathy battled the blogs before she died after celebrity blogger Hollywood Street King exposed her alleged affair with Jay-Z. And then the article also pointed out that the affair rumors were sparked after Cathy and her friend Claudia Jordan were spotted at Las Vegas's Tao nightclub, sitting at a table with Jay-Z and Diddy. And there's even a photo that recently resurfaced showing Cathy, Jay-Z, and Diddy at the same party in Vegas. If you're wondering where Beyonce was during all this, well, she just so happened to be overseas on her I Am World Tour. When Hollywood Street King first reported Jay-Z's alleged affair with Cathy, it didn't really make waves, at least not until news of Cathy's death hit in September 2011. And here's where it gets even stranger. Beyonce announced her first pregnancy at the VMAs on August 28, 2011, just 5 days before Cathy was found dead. Beyonce's pregnancy announcement completely broke the internet and dominated headlines for weeks. So when a few outlets quietly reported on Cathy White's death, it pretty much flew under the radar for most people. But the timing definitely raises eyebrows, especially when you factor in those long-standing rumors about Beyonce using a surrogate and faking her pregnancy. And now let's talk about another potential mistress who got silenced. Dame Dash's ex-wife and the rumored Becky with the good hair, Rachel Roy. The rumors about Jay-Z and Rachel really hit a boiling point in May 2014 when that shocking elevator footage leaked showing Solange going off on Jay-Z in an elevator at the Met Gala, while Beyonce just stood there, looking like it was just another day at the Carter household. And get this, one insider later told E! News that Solange went off on Jay after she saw him getting cozy with Rachel Roy at the Met Gala after-party. The source claimed that Solange confronted Jay about flirting with Rachel, but he started saying some disrespectful things to her and Beyonce, and that's when all hell broke loose in the elevator. Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Solange never really explained what went down in that elevator. All they did was put out a PR statement calling it an unfortunate incident and saying the family had worked through it. And now Jay-Z's ex, Carmen Bryan, is back in the mix, stirring the pot and adding fuel to the fire with rumors that Jay-Z is way worse than people realize. After news broke that Jay-Z had been named alongside Diddy in a shocking lawsuit by Jane Doe, accusing them of raping her when she was 13, Carmen broke her silence and shared a cryptic quote on IG that read, "Be kind to past versions of yourself that didn't know then the things you know now." Carmen also shared a snippet from a news article about Jay-Z's rumored son, Ramir Satterway, and she added an emoji of Michael Jackson eating popcorn. But Carmen wasn't done yet. She shared another message in reaction to the Jane Doe lawsuit saying, "These days people don't defend what is right, they defend who they like, and that's why we call you a groupie." And then she took it a step further, seemingly insinuating that Jay-Z snitched on himself on Kanye West's song Monster, where Jay raps, "Kill a block, I murder the avenues. I grape and pillage your village, women and children." Now, some people are calling Carmen Bryan a clout chaser who's just trying to stay relevant by jumping on the Jay-Z bandwagon. However, most fans are saying whether or not she's chasing clout doesn't erase all the other shady stuff linked to Jay's past. From the countless rumors about his mistresses to the strange disappearances and tragic ends of some of these women, there's just way too much smoke for there not to be at least some fire. But what's your take on Carmen's posts? How do you feel about all these allegations surrounding Jay and the way his rumored mistresses were allegedly silenced? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
Whew, I need you guys to sound off. What do you guys think about this? It's just sad and it's a mess, honey. It's so much, and I bet we haven't even uncovered 75% of it. Comment, I want to know what you guys think about this, and I'll see you guys on the next upload.